Hey, this is Ian from EssentialTennis.com, and in this video lesson, I'm going to teach you how to hit inside out. And there's a lot of discussion around the recent video that I published called the late ground stroke cure. A lot of players struggle with hitting their ground strokes late, chronically, and they don't really have a lot of control over the direction that they hit in. And for example, they have a hard time hitting their backhand ground stroke cross courts, and they're constantly pushing it down the line or towards the middle where they want to create some angle. And in that video, I suggested that the timing of your swing was the biggest element as far as directing where the ball goes. And there's actually a lot of people that didn't think that was correct, which I'm totally fine with. In this video, I want to go back to that and really kind of describe it a little bit closer in detail, because it's going to help answer Vito's question, who wrote and asked, Ian, how do I hit inside out? He left that on EssentialTennis.com. So from a side angle here, I want you just to imagine kind of an ideal contact point as far as the relationship between the racket and my body. You don't want to be too stretched out because that gets uncomfortable and unstable. You also don't want to be too close because that gets you jammed and uncomfortable and everything gets scrunched up. And I'm going to post a link to a video about how to fix that, by the way, at the end of this lesson as well. Once you get to that ideal contact point in relationship to your body, where the ball goes is largely due to where the strings are facing. It's very simple. And as you make that swing, here we're talking about, just for discussion's sake, a forehand ground stroke, your racket will travel naturally around your body because your body is rotating, your core is rotating, your hips, your shoulders. And so your racket will start on one side of your body and finish on the other. There's at least a full 180-degree turn. If you look at where my racket is facing now in kind of a dropped take-back position, not necessarily saying this is where the racket should go, by the way, but just for the sake of discussion here, you'll see my strings are facing straight in front of me. If I was facing forward, that would be straight to my left. As I make contact and finish the stroke, now my strings, the hitting surface, is facing straight to my right. So we have a full 180-degree turn of the racket face. And within that 180 degrees is an unlimited, well, not unlimited, is all those different directions or angles that the ball could travel in. And where I meet the ball within that circle really has the biggest impact on where the ball goes. So if you just relax and you make a confident, smooth, natural swing, and you meet the ball well out in front, the ball is naturally going to want to go at an angle in that direction. A little bit further back in that rotation, and now the ball is just going to go straight ahead. Further back still, and now the ball is going to be angled off in the other direction. And the difference in the amount of time between here and here and here is just a small fraction of a second. But that ultimately is how you're going to differentiate between hitting inside out, that would be this contact point with my strings facing cross court the other direction, straight, I could use this to hit inside in and go back down the line again, or this would be a cross court shot from the other side of the courts if I was trying to angle the ball cross courts the other way. So it's all about timing. Let me hit a couple here. And I have the ball machine set up to just kind of give me some shorter kind of mid-court shots. And I'm going to make contact further back in my strike zone purposefully to make the ball travel inside out and go in the opposite direction. So that would be an exaggerated case of going well to the left. And if you want to practice purposefully meeting the ball later, but still in a comfortable spot, you could certainly do that just to get a feel for hitting in that different direction. I'm going to go more for the court. So it would be a successful inside out forehand for me. A little bit deep. One more time inside out. And now I'm going to go inside in and go back down the line, which means my contact point will be further in front. And so that's where my strings are facing. And that's where the ball is going to go. So for me personally, it makes the most amount of sense to me describing it to just think about that racket moving around you in a circle. And that's what's happening, unless you're making a very tight, restrictive swing, which some players do, but clearly that's not what you want to be doing. So as the racket travels around your body, it's going to be naturally facing in a whole wide range of different directions. Your job, as far as the player wanting to direct where the ball is going, is to set up your body and your swing timing so that the ball goes in the direction that you want it to go in. This will probably create, again, a little bit of disagreement, and a lot of that is due to phrases like hit the ball out in front or catch it early. You know, everybody thinks that you need to hit the ball way out in front of your body for it to be a good shot. Well, if that's the direction you want the ball to go, then yes. If you swing and meet the ball way out in front, but you want to go inside out, I mean, that's possible, but very uncomfortable. I have to make a big adjustment with my hand at the last second to make the ball go in that direction. For me, it makes a lot more sense to just simply let your contact point be a little bit further back, far enough back that the racket is really facing towards your intended target. Vito, hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that's helpful to you. And the rest of you watching as well, if you're watching this on YouTube and you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and click like. Also subscribe to my channel here on YouTube so that you don't miss out on any future lessons. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again very soon.